All my heroes are potheads. So why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly? Beast or dash that got to legalize. All my heroes are potheads.
And we would love to welcome you to another episode of Comics on Cannabis, where we hope you sit, smoke, drink, and chill with, of course, three of the coolest cats in the podcast world. I am your host, Ed Cho, with the Reverend Bob Levy. With us also is Derek Michael. Behind the board, we have Ming Chen. Awesome to have you here, Ming. We're going to get into our weekly doing, what your favorite podcast has been up to. I guess today is it's going to be a simple day. Talk about Father's Day. There's a story I had that was with a deer in my yard, but we'll get to that soon. We want to tell you now about our friends at New Jersey Green Room. They provide you with all your CBD needs, whether it be flower, tinctures, edibles. They have you covered in all locations: Hoboken, Montclair, Jersey City, West Village, Westfield, New Jersey, Red Bank, New Jersey, Asbury Park. They have everything that you're looking for in all those areas. Recreational, medicinal. They have basically what you're looking for in the CBD world. If you can't make it to any of their stores, visit them at thegreenroomnewjersey.com. Use discount code DW15 for 15% off on all your CBD purchases. New Jersey Green Room, a quality place for quality CBD. Mr. Bob Levy, Derek, Michael, Ming Chen, how was your, well, you're not a father, but how was your Father's Day?
Mine, it was wonderful. I had two gigs that night in Atlantic City, and on the second show, Kevin Brennan goes, "There's a lady in a wheelchair out there. This will be fun." You know, because why are you coming out? You know, truthfully, if you're old and just, big, big. It was more bigger than anything, I guess. And like how good of an audience could you be? Can you clap? I know you can reach for stuff on a shelf, but can you enjoy? And the answer was no. So basically, I'm up there. I hear it was basically one of those things with the handles in the front, those things, and you see them at the stores. It's almost like three wheels,
like a scooter.
Yeah, like a fat ride or something like that. I don't know what they call them these days, but I'm on stage. I'm doing good, and all of a sudden I hear beep, beep. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and this fucking woman is backing that fucking machine up. And it went beep, beep.
During your set?
During my set. And I look over, and I go, no, this is not happening. I go, no fucking way. Turn that fucking key off, because of the fact that I've had people walk out on me. Okay, it's happened. You know what I mean? It happens. It just happens. Okay, people are very sensitive. I said, I never had anybody roll out on me. And I go, that is not happening. You are not rolling out there. And I was screaming at her as she was going maybe 2 miles an hour all the way through the thing. Everybody's looking. It went on for 5 minutes of hilarity that just like, I've never seen anything like that. Why would you try to back something up that has, a sensor on it?
It's fucking Skynet. That's what it was.
What? Yeah. Why is she backing up in the middle of your set though? Like, what the fuck? What did you trigger her?
Trigger? Well, I didn't.
Well, she backed up she left for some reason. Like, did you say something or?
I didn't do nothing. Maybe Kevin did it before and she didn't have the key or something. I don't know, but it was funny. It was like, I couldn't believe this is happening. I did once have a guy in a wheelchair that was like heckling me, and I go, "You're a fucking pussy." I said, "I'll kick your ass joking around." And he fucking pushes himself up by his arms, and he fucking leans on the table. And he goes, "Come on, motherfucker." And I was like, this is like a crab coming after you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so I've had weird experiences, some my fault, but this was not my fault. This was somebody that, I have no idea what made her back up when I was up there for maybe 5 minutes. And I'm telling you, I'm doing good. Maybe 5. It wasn't even 5 minutes. It might have been like 2. And I start off on fire, baby.
Of course you do, Bob.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what is that all about? Like, how can you know what I mean? You're like, look, you brought your own chair. Okay, it's more comfortable than everybody else's. Just stay there and and sit it out for a little longer. You're gonna make a scene.
Do you really need something that beeps for something that goes 2 miles an hour?
Yeah, because it's backing up. when
Yeah.
they backs up it, I think they all have that shit because you can't, when you're that huge, you can't get your chins to like go back. You know what I mean? To look from behind you for safety for other people that are
Oh,
human. You
Oh,
understand?
wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so she wasn't really. She was disabled because she was so fat. She wasn't like
That's-
disabled. It wasn't. She wasn't like disabled because like something was wrong with her foot or she couldn't. She couldn't
wasn't a
walk
war
properly. She was
No,
just.
yeah, she didn't have a vet hat on, nothing like that. I would have signs I would have seen, I would have known, you know what I mean? I'd give him a hand and that stuff. But this, I give her a ham, maybe. You know?
Wow. So all right. Well, that's interesting, man. And that was that was Father's Day weekend. That was the Father's Day, the Sunday show.
Well, it was the late show, you know what I mean? All the tubbies roll in on the late one.
All the good looking girls coming on the late shows, Bob.
Yeah,
In Atlantic City, that's where they roll in. They all see Bob Levy do stand up comedy. All the good looking women at the late show in Atlantic City.
yeah, but the whole thing is that it may sound like I'm just mad because I could have maybe fucked her and she left. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not. You know, it's like it's the point that she had to make a scene. I didn't make a scene. I didn't go out there spinning my dick around at the audience. And say, hey, fucking happy Father's Day. This is where they come from.
maybe she did want to fuck you and she didn't have a horn, so she used her backup beeps. That was like her cat call.
Oh shit! Like, she was.
You might have missed an opportunity.
It was a drive-by fucking beeping. I've been assaulted like a woman. Like I can't even walk by. I see how I feel now. I can't even walk by a construction site anymore now because I can't handle the whistles. It's just this is too much. Am I right? This is like crazy.
Sexism at its best. Was she alone? Was she with anybody else, or she kind of rolled her ass in there by herself? Like she was. Did she have other fat friends? Were they a group of scooters?
She was married, but she ate them.
Were there like she wasn't alone. Someone like that usually they come in pairs.
Nobody that big could be alone. She can't be alone. Okay, she was too big to be alone. But there was somebody with it, and they were going like this. Like I don't know what that meant. You know
what were they doing? They're waving to you. What were they doing?
No,
They're saying hi.
It was like she was mouthing words, but going like this. Maybe no, that's not. Maybe she shit herself, and oh god, can you imagine that? And all of a sudden, I'm the fucking bad guy now. I'm like, because I think one thing, she's just fucking terrified because she just dropped some mud, in her drawers.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. Was this the new show Under the Tent, brother, or is this was like it had to be Kiss, right?
No, if this was Under the Tent, I would have a stick and walk around and make her stand on a round bucket with her front paws.
You knew that was coming.
No. This was at the Tropicana. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, and now I'm an asshole, but I'll live with it because it's a better story if I'm right.
She had the show. You have every right to be pissed off, man. A fat chick and a scooter interrupted your show. You have every right to be annoyed.
Well, you had somebody shit in your bed once, right, Ed?
Yes, I did, asshole. We talk about that again.
What was that? What's the name? Johnny Depp's girl?
A girl shit in his bed.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yes,
that's a good one that they shit in you. Like that's like saying, "Hey, man, this thing ain't working out."
No eye contact. No eye contact. No eye contact.
Yeah, it's like I'll call a cab and a mattress place. You know what I mean? It's two things you never did when a girl leaves. Let me call you a cab, and I'm gonna call a mattress place. You don't want to. That's like the worst thing. Imagine like the cab driver goes, "Oh shit, I got called to that house. I seen the girl that shit all over his bed."
Very original.
The movers are like, I'm gonna need a little more than that.
Yeah.
So let me ask, outside of that, my friend, how else was anything else good happen on your Father's Day? I mean, I don't know what's going to top that actually, but I'm here to ask. I'm here to ask because I want to know. Curious minds, our audience wants to know.
I you know what I mean? It was just like a work day. My son's working because he's working every night playing with the band, so I seen him a little bit yesterday and we talk all the time,
Yeah.
So it's like you miss those days, but I had the kids here and they went out Monday with her to Atlantic City to walk around.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So it's not you had a good day, man. I'm glad. I hit you up, man. I was thinking about you. I was like, I hoping that you'd have a good. You're having a good Father's Day. I knew you were performing, which was good. I didn't know people were going to come out on Father's Day. I don't like.
Why? It's Father's Day. It's our fucking day. We don't listen to women that day. We do what the fuck we want to do. That's why they have to blow us that day too and make us a steak, right?
You want to hear something funny? They
Wait,
have.
hold on. Honey, is the steak ready yet? It's still not ready. God damn it.
They have a steak and a blowjob day, don't they? Isn't that like February or something like that?
It started in Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, what the fuck? You want candy? How about a little of this?
Steak and a blowjob day.
Steak.
Father's Day. I saw this on the. I don't know why it showed up, but it was when you're talking about Father's Day. I think the most celebrated, the most gifts that are bought. I think are I think that on birthdays whatever is Valentine's Day, and I think Mother's Day is number 2. Right,
Mother's Day, yeah.
it's the most celebrated. I believe in the grand scheme of specific days. Father's Day is like number 20. Like number 20. Like that's how unimportant Father's Day is. Like, do you know how many other holidays there are on top? Do you
think there are 19 other holidays?
I don't think. No, this was I think there was.
What about Flag Day?
Like Arbor Day, like shit like that. Topped
Groundhog's Day.
I think that probably topped it as well. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, like that's how unimportant. That's how unimportant Father's Day is. Like mothers get it all. Mothers.
What part of the country is it that bad? I mean, I kind of like it.
Well, I mean, it's.
What are you getting at, Ed? You say in certain states and certain parts of a city would hate it more than others? Is that what we're getting at, Eddie?
No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, elaborate.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I just don't know what's going on here. Right after the big holiday, you're going to be talking that kind of nonsense.
Shut up. You're an ass.
No, it's not the biggest holiday. It's not. It's like women my guys don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like it's Father's Day. Yeah, I know. I remember I came that day. I remember this now. And it's not, it's like, okay, you don't think about it. Oh, God, I'm a father. Look at me. I shot a load. How about a hand from me? What's so fucking important? What did you do besides come?
You raised a child. How about that?
But it's for coming.
You shot some rope. Great. Right, but you raised a child.
Exactly. But that's not Father's Day. That's Fathering Day. There's a difference there. Ed, as a English professor, I'm telling you that it's worded wrong. Father's Day is the day you came. Father's Day is what you do to make the youth into a reliable, normal adult that has feelings and love. Because if you don't have love, you'll end up on the ID channel late at night, and I'll be watching you be arrested.
Yeah, Bob and the ID channel, and the show on midgets, and the show with.
I love that show. It's on tonight. The poor baby got an operation to unbow his legs. And now he's working. He's walking worse. 2 fucking W's in a row. Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna be able to say that. But the whole thing is, it's like now he can be. I'm so mad. You know what I mean? Because it's like the kid. You know what I mean? You're already having a tough time, right? And he's lovable. He's like a great kid and happy and that shit. And he was able to run, skateboard. Now he's like can't even walk. How can you not figure out something like this operation over years? You know what I mean? How can you not? They do so much shit with operations. It's unbelievable. They can put a baboon's fucking heart in you to keep you alive for 6 days. So I don't even know why they do it. But the stuff that they can do, they can't. You know what I mean? That's what gets me mad. That, you know what I mean? Like, people suffer. It's like, all right, we're not going to find a cure for cancer. Let's just forget it and put the money to midget legs or something. You know what I mean? It's like, how many years did you wait you could have a cure for cancer? I'm waiting. It happens soon because I'm not stopping smoking. So I'm like, my money's on them, but you got to be able to come up with simple bone structure operations.
You really love this. When you watch these shows, you really get into this. Can you see Bob totally sitting there, like hands clenched, white knuckling through what's gonna happen next? Like just he's just sitting there, like with like this evil look, like what's gonna fucking happen to this midget? Like,
No, it's
I want
because
to save this midget. I'm gonna do a comedy show to help provide money for this guy.
I do. They got more money than me, but the whole thing is that it's like you're sitting there going, imagine this is going on in your life. You know what I mean? First of all, you know what I mean. You got to climb up a toilet, okay? You know what I mean? And now you got to deal with all this stuff, okay, in life, and it's just, and then people complain how bad you have it. It shows you how this is a blueprint how to get through life. Some shows are really good on that, and that's the way I look at it.
So basically, you feel better about your life because someone else's life is more difficult. Is that what we're going with this?
No, it's like, why complain? You took it that way. Like this is just what you want to say. I know what you're trying to get at, but you're not going to trick me into talking badly.
Okay. So this we're talking about the good side of Bob. So
no, I'm just saying that when you see other people have it worse than you, how can you complain? When you realize what you complain about, I knew people that go to bars and restaurants and the waiter doesn't come to them and they start a big fucking fight. There's no way to do stuff. You don't do stuff like that.
Your fucking pie hole, dude.
And you're like, what? You know what I mean? Just realize.
I know that person.
People, you're waiting 10, 15 minutes and you flip out and you fucking, you tell his wife the guy's fat and just ruin the whole night for the whole family. But you know what I mean? It's like, how can you not look at other people and realize what you're complaining about is this fucking big?
How can you not appreciate what you have?
Exactly. I like that.
It's very true. It's very true. I mean, but in the same sense, it's kind of evil at the same time because off of that, you could see someone that's less fortunate, like in a wheelchair and something, be like, you know what? How can I really complain? It's like, how can I, like, all the shit that's going on?
Because they beeped when they were leaving me. That's how I can complain. That's the only reason. I see what you fucking did there, you genius. But the whole thing is that fucking, when I heard the beeping, I was like, this ain't that was like a fucking rape whistle to me. Like, I didn't do this. You know what I mean? Hey, I always just walk in the alley and make believe I'm pissing. You know what I mean? And it's like, what do you, it's like, please, it's scary. I mean, I don't expect fucking a truck noise. You know what I mean? Like a truck backing up. They're loud enough to be like, that shouldn't be inside.
Shit.
I'm just saying, something that makes that noise should not be. It scares the shit. Imagine if you're on the beach there, like the tram car is coming, and you're fucking in your hotel on the 5th floor. It's not supposed to be there.
I would have loved it, Bob, if you actually talked to this woman. If you actually afterwards talked to the woman, you had conversation. What I wouldn't do to have it be a fly on the wall.
She did exactly what she was supposed to do. She shit herself and then she backed away slowly.
I want to know how pissed Bob was. Like I
wasn't pissed. I was shocked.
You were annoyed. You're a little annoyed. You don't want somebody interrupting your set.
No, it's not about interrupting. It's about leaving, and you know what I mean. And then making, you brought your own chair. You basically have a table. You just move the thing over. It's like a school desk, I guess. But it just happened, and it was like it threw me off, and I had to say something. What was I going to say?
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it's that loud, it's disrupting. It was disrupting the whole show. You said, right?
Yeah, everybody was pissed. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It just got to me. I'm not looking around going, do you hear that? It just happened. I was like, what the fuck? You ain't, this ain't happening.
You should have shit yourself in solidarity.
Yeah, everybody would have, everybody wants to make believe they're good people when they're out now. It's fucking great in the comedy thing. They're all like, it doesn't matter. Like you hear a comedian go, he does a joke about wearing a mask and not, and everyone's like, yeah. And then he goes, yeah, he goes, I think it's Gary Garcia. He goes, I have a fake COVID card, just so you're comfortable, but it's all like everybody picks sides on the way the joke goes. I didn't give it no. We got to have Gary on. I love Gary.
Gary's great, man. Gary's great.
And I love talking to him. It was just his birthday the other night. And he likes the weed. He has the weed that I can't smoke before the show because And he goes, just take a hit one night. And I fucking took a hit and I go on stage and I look at it before I go, I'm fucking stoned out of my mind, you prick. And I go up there and I just looked at them and I just started giggling and I go, I'm really stoned. And they're just staring at me. And I didn't know what to do. And then I just fucking went automatic pilot. Thank God. Because it was I never smoked before I go on stage.
Yeah, I've learned not to do it as much as well. You saw what happened at Stacks. But
that was I never seen
drinking is worse with you, right, Ed?
Yeah, I actually don't drink before a show. It's weird. Now I know when I go on stage, I'll smoke a little to calm myself down, but I won't go crazy. Like I just won't. But yeah, it's weird. I won't drink before a show because then I'll forget. Like it's kind of weird. Yeah, when I drink before a show, like I could drink like a beer, but I can't like drink too much before a show. So I'll
2 3 beer. But here's what you do. You when you get there, you see like me, Derek. You know what I mean? And you're like, hey, you have a few drinks. You blank out that you're even doing a show. Then 5 minutes, you can have a couple of drinks, and then 5 minutes before the show starts, you focus. That's when okay, I have to do a show. And that it makes it so much easier. If you're there and fucking, I got to do this, I got to do that. No, it's just break out of it. You don't need time to think. You're a professional.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Once again, when I toured colleges, it was pretty off the page of Chris Rock. It was the exact same set except for the type of people that were there, and then that's what I would gear it to. It would change like maybe 15% to what the audience was there, but still the structure was the same. So I always kind of kept the same structure. It was only after maybe like the 20th time when you're on tour, and then you're like, you know what? It's just muscle memory. It's like then it gets easier. But in the beginning, when I do it, if I have new jokes and stuff, it's like I always have to keep it. I always have to I'm always going to forget it because the worst thing I want to do is if I have like these new jokes
and you shit in your pants on stage.
And when you have like a joke and then for some reason you forget the joke or the joke's not hitting because you kind of forgot the joke, and then I have to go back to the jokes I already know.
Then just say it over and over again, over and over in your head. That's the only one you got to remember. You only have to remember the new ones. You don't have to remember the old ones. They'll come to you once you started.
That's true.
It's simple. And what were you doing at college? What was it? A just say no thing, and they showed you to the kids? or was it a just say no thing, and they just showed you to the women?
Jokes and
girls are not old enough for him.
Colleges were fun, man. I had a good time with those things. How
long ago? How long ago? Go to one now and see how much fucking fun you have.
That's why.
Women.
That's why I stopped.
Women fucking hating act.
Oh my god! Even Derek, I think we talked about that not too long, right? Derek, can you imagine if I did a college now? Like I would be hated.
Well, like I said, I think
hated.
there's two sides to that. I mean, if you look at it like 10 years ago, you know what I mean? Maybe 15 years ago, there were no barriers left to break.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything had been done. Nobody was afraid to say anything, so everybody said anything, right?
Everybody wins.
But that's what I mean. And then it started to get, political, and don't say this and don't say that. So now you could break those barriers down again. You could be that guy that was that guy 20 years ago, 30 years ago when it happened, because this goes in cycles.
Yeah.
It goes in cycles.
Which college were you at when you opened? And remember my mic went out?
Oh, that was Georgia.
Was that Georgia?
Yeah, it was Georgia.
My fucking mic went out, and I was going off on that. Remember the mic guy?
Yeah,
I was kind of going off. I wasn't being the nicest guy in the world because
that was funny.
Somebody doing their job wrong, and you fucking going off on them.
Well, the fucking mic worked before like other comics, and I go up, and I'm like,
Ed, it's all everyone. You didn't get the note. We're all out to get you, Ed.
It's exactly it. Everybody.
The waiter, the fucking sound guy. We send shit. We find out where you're going. Derek sent him slipped him a note in his pocket before the show. And he goes, okay, I'll fuck up that sound real good for him. We're all out to get you, Ed. Everybody's against you. Okay?
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Calm down.
I wouldn't have been surprised if Derek said, "Yo, fuck with Ed." It's about to get on. Fuck with him, will you? But it's true though.
Hey, wait. What an egomaniac that you are! That you think everybody's out to get you.
No, I didn't say that.
Egomaniac.
You dick. I didn't say that. Yo.
Oh, come on! You say it every week. It's somebody else. Who's
going
to fall into the trap of getting Ed?
No, I'm just saying when that happened, like I said some not so flattering thing. I wasn't like I was obviously joking, but my point is if I said some of this shit now, like I would be hated like to the point of like nobody does anyone do colleges anymore? Like seriously, does anybody? I don't
I
think
never
anybody.
even went to college. I don't fucking know.
I don't think.
I did 2 of them, and that was it. 3.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does them.
I'm sure they do. I mean, all these frat houses, they have, their dues, and they pay for it. They call up an agency, and they.
They pay for everything.
Actual college though, not as like a subsidiary. I'm like the actual college.
Well, it's the student unions. It's it's the fraternities. I mean, I'm not talking about it has to be like a huge auditorium thing.
No.
You know what I mean? But
it paid well. That's the only reason I went. There,
Marty. They didn't even have to listen to you. There was no mic.
Well, yeah, and none of them listened. It was. I don't know, man. Like if I could do colleges again, because it was fun, man. They'd fly out, they'd put you up. Tons of people showed up, the faculty, the students. It was a good time. And then yeah, all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart. Although the politics ruined it all. Politics just absolutely ruined it all. And the great thing about college is they all shut up. Remember the Rutgers gig, Derek? Like the Rutgers gig. It was like it was only supposed to be like half the auditorium, and then you know how they have those rooms that have like a barrier till they cut it. They to make
they have the accordion doors. Or
yeah, they thought only half the room was going to be full.
But we put out signs that said free food.
Well, no, that's what ended up happening. So they had to open it because so many people filed in. And I was like, "Is this for the comedy show? Is this for us?" And then they're like, well, something with the free food probably has to do it in the back.
Oh, God. Yeah. Believe me. Why do you think? I'm telling you,
that's so hard. We're like, it's the food.
You never done places where like it's a nice restaurant, right? But it has it has a ballroom in the back, right? And I remember we pull up to a show. It says. Artie Lang, Bob Levy, lobster special, or something like that. The food made the fucking, you know what I mean?
Made the flyer.
It was in down South Jersey, this really big banquet hall in the back years ago, and he just looked. He goes, "Can you fucking believe? Look at this, we made it. We're on the fucking menu with the menu."
You know what? You're bigger than lobster, Bob. As far as we're concerned, you're bigger than lobster.
I don't know. Lobster's pretty fucking good. And lobster bis, is that it? Oh, my God. My wife got it at this place. And I was able to eat that with these teeth. And basically, it was fucking really good, man.
All this really good food, man. Just like
Ed could have had deer steaks the other day, but he fucked.
Good.
No,
deer steak guy?
No, dude, no. He calls me up all upset. This was kind of funny because he calls me up all upset, and he's like, "Dude, there's a wounded deer in my backyard."
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I just called the animal control, and I know in the back of my head what they're going to do. They're going to come and they're going to kill the fucking deer. But I was thinking that he did a good thing calling, and then he calls me up like what? 15 minutes later, the cop came and shot in the head.
Yeah, dude. That's what
because it was so funny.
It wasn't funny to me.
Like,
dude,
I'm just thinking, what did you think they were going to do? Come over with the paddles and be like, clear. We're losing them.
No. Hold on. Let me explain the fuck.
Oh my God, Ed, you should have called the fucking butcher, not the cops.
What an unsensitive fuck this guy is, all right? He's an unsensitive fuck, right? So I see this deer in the back.
You had a fucking deer murdered in your yard.
You know how bad I fucking felt? It was like moving. I was going, hey, and it was kind of responsive to my voice, so it wasn't really dead.
Maybe he didn't respond quick enough.
So he put his head up, and I was like, hey, and then I was upset. He couldn't get up. So I thought to myself, I was like, oh, he was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, geez. So I called animal control. Animal control is like, well, is he breathing? Can he get up? And I was like, no, he can't get up, but he can hear me. So okay, we're gonna.
He can hear me.
We're gonna send.
We have established a dialogue.
We're gonna.
Ed, you don't understand. Don't call the cops. I'm telling you for the last time, it's not good. You remember my friend Earl called them, and they came and shot him in the head. Please don't call the cops. I beg you, Ed. Please don't I would have fixed the mic for you that night if I was a fucking mic technician. But I'm a fucking deer, and I'm begging you not to call the police.
Fuck y'all. Yeah, like I did the right thing because I have a heart. I'm like, you cold pieces of shit.
You're the son of Sam.
You know what? I care. I saw a deer. I wanted to help. I made a phone call. I didn't know they were going to rip off its head with a bullet. Like, who the fuck knew that? Like,
Everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe I was hoping for something better. You ever think about that?
He even said, he was like, I thought they were going to euthanize it. And I was like, what the fuck do you think that word means?
Well, I thought they were going to do it in a way where they weren't going to wake up the whole fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, they're going to sing him a lullaby.
Did you think that they were gonna go, Ed, help me put him in the back seat, so we can help them and get him safely to it.
Get him a blanket.
Yeah, we're gonna. You have a blanket or anything upstairs, or we're gonna take him to an animal shelter. Right? It doesn't work that way.
You know what?
If you're wounded on the side of it, if somebody's wounded, they should kill people that way. It's like you can't. There's nothing you can do. You can't. What are you gonna do with the deer? You know what I mean? It's an outside deer. It's not somebody's gonna pay for it to bring. Like your own pet gets hurt, you fucking take it and you pay for it. No, where's money? You know what I mean? There's no money. There's no fucking. Can't make a gas. You're gonna save the deer.
I thought I was doing the right thing. It hurt me when I heard the gun.
Did you at least bring some water to the poor guy?
You better shut the fuck up, dude. Like I felt bad, you know.
Stop asking, hey, do you got a shovel?
You know what, guys? You heartless. That's what I'm getting from everybody here. Heartless.
But you had the fucking thing killed. Why are you blaming this?
Hey, asshole. You know what? I didn't want him to suffer anymore, and I wanted to help him.
He didn't. You didn't help him, and he didn't suffer anymore. Two things. You got one right, the other one wrong.
Come on, dude. When somebody orders a hit, there are two people responsible. The person that pulled the trigger and the person that put the contract out.
Exactly.
You know, just when I thought I was doing something fucking good, I come on the podcast with these fucking idiots that make me feel even worse. Now I want to fucking kill myself, you losers.
All right. Well, we got to get going this week. But
yes.
Sorry for the short show. We'll make it up next week. But this was fantastic. I'm telling you.
Yeah, great stuff here, guys.
Total flow, total everything. You people are very lucky, and that's me telling you that. I'm not kidding. This is a fun show.
This is a great show, and once again, I want to thank everybody that's following us, the downloads we get, just people that are watching. It's a lot of fun, and all three of us, I think, absolutely love it. So, you know, we really value it. We really do. And also, always continue to watch us. Go to comicsandcannabis.com. Follow us on Instagram at Comics and Cannabis. Do not forget, guys, get Bob Levy's Blue Cheese Ass Lickin' Hot Sauce. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com. I believe it's promo code Levy, right?
Levy, yes. Levy for savings. And if you have a deer that's injured in your yard, don't call the cops because they're going to take it away after they kill it. Call your butcher. Put a little Silky City hot sauce, Levy's asshole licking sauce on it, and you're going to thank me in the morning.
You know, and off of that, guys, thanks for listening, dick. Right? Thanks so much, guys, and smoke happy.